Hey there. My name is Rohit Kumar, and today we are going to discuss another very important research topic, that is radio access network. So let's start. So here you can see the architectural diagrams of radio access network, and from this diagram, it's quite clear that radio access network is a type of telecommunication network. And specifically, if I go to the in detail description and the definition of radio access network, then I will say that as per the Wikipedia information of radio access network, the radio access network is a part of mobile telecommunication system. It implements a radio access technology, and conceptually, it resides between a device such as mobile phone, computer, or any remote controlled machine, and provides a connection with its core network. So, in this way, hopefully, you might be getting the basic definition of radio access network. What does it mean and what it is? Okay. Additionally, by seeing these diagrams, you can have the bare understanding or at least a basic understanding that what sort of different devices and the network types could be part of radio access network. Okay, now coming to the different details of radio access network. So let me tell you, means in this series of research topic and focus, we specifically discuss about the different interesting research domains because as a fresh researcher, it's a very basic problem to many of the researchers that they don't get the right kind of domain or they don't have the right kind of knowledge for different sorts of network and which are the promising research networks or the which are the promising research sites with respect to a specific interest. So that's why we are using different sorts of topic or we are focusing on different sorts of domain in our each video under this particular series, and here we are going to explore a lot more research topics and the domains. So with respect to radio access network, let me tell you that more than 70 plus countries researchers have been consistently exploring the concept of radio access network, and more than 1200 plus researchers have been consistently exploring its core technical concepts. Now coming to the details, that when we are saying that radio access network is a very good domain to research into, then what are the interested research topics? Because the focus very much is on the some of the related techniques or the technologies, and with respect to every domain you are supposed to get familiar with some of the basic core techniques, because if you are familiar with them, then you can have a basic idea at least in the beginning that whether it's the right domain for you or not. Because as per the interest, for example, I'm interested in security, then is the security related tools or techniques are used in a particular field or not? If yes, then it will be very much suitable for me to go for that particular domain. Okay, so with respect to radio access network, let me tell you that concepts of 6G, cellular network, 5G, test bed related implementations, and the kind of mobile edge computing, because as I told you that it's a part of mobile telecommunication network, so mobile edge computing becomes a very powerful thing. And with the advent of internet of things in coming future, the concept of edge computing is going to be very powerful. Then the concept of, as I told, 5G, 6G, because in telecommunication network, the speed, the bandwidth is the superior power in comparison to most of the other things. Because ultimately, through telecommunication or any type of network, the prime motive is to have the successful communication. And if you have the more bandwidth, then obviously it's very easy to transmit your data at a better rate. Now coming down to the other things like MIMO, user equipments, the handover, because in lot more networks, the concept of handover is discussed. And similarly in radio access network also, the concept of handover is discussed and it's a research domain. Then coming to the different sorts of networks, so with respect to telecommunication network, the wired network as well as the wireless networks come into picture. But here, when we are saying mobile telecommunication network, so obviously the focus is on wireless. Additionally, in coming future, the wireless is going to be the main fundamental technology of any network, because the number of devices are going to be more. Even the small things are going to get connected to each other. Okay. Now coming to the details of virtualization. So virtualization is again going to add up some more power to the domain of radio access network also, because you are going to virtualize your resources. And with respect to virtualization means, when we say we are going to virtualize our resources, means we imagine by default imagine the concept of cloud computing. And cloud computing is a separate technology, but again you can assist or you can take help of cloud technology to improve the kind of functionality in your radio access network. Then the backhaul networks to support the backhaul functionalities in your network. Then the concept of internet traffic and the traffic engineering, because a lot more traffic is supposed to flow through the radio access networks, and then you need some sort of engineering so that you can apply. Again, the concept of traffic engineering is not new. It dates back to 1960s, 70s, and then you can use so many different concepts of traffic engineering to further improve the process of routing or forwarding your packets inside your network. Now coming to the concept of access, because security has always been a vertical aspect of any network. So the concept of security means the encryption of information, the role of access control policies, access control lists, etc. becomes powerful. So if you are interested in security, then you can discuss these sort of concept in radio access network. Then the high speed packet delivery, as I told you again, with respect to 5G, 6G, these concepts will become more powerful and impactful. Then the concept of heterogeneous networks and multi-tenancy, etc. Because there will be so many different sorts of tenants or the users of your networks, and you will try to have the combo of different sorts of small networks. Means the components of your networks might be heterogeneous in nature. So that's why you'll try to have some sort of uniform architecture that would be very much easy for all to adopt. Additionally, a set of protocol or the protocol stack need to be developed, or the sort of different technologies need to be devised to perform the kind of activities which are regular on a particular network, but in a meaningful way according to the need of that particular network. So similar is true with respect to radio access network. Also with respect to radio access network, you need to see that what sort of tools or technologies need to be designed in future, and again what you can add on to the existing tools or techniques. Okay, now coming to the all these sort of details, I think you have already got a basic idea that what sort of different things are available for research in this particular research domain of radio access network. Additionally, when we are saying so many things are going on, then what sort of bodies are sponsoring or the kind of funding is available for research? So the European Commission, Ministry of Science and Technology, Taiwan, National Science Foundation, Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada, and Missile Defense Agency, etc. So many different bodies and the organizations are supporting the research for the active development in radio access networks. And with respect to the last few years of publication activity, if you see, then there has been consistent rise. Though in 2018-19 there was a bit gap, but again we will not say it down, but lot more continuous advancement has been in the field of radio access network. Coming to the citations trend, as it is the part of telecommunication network and it's specifically the part of mobile telecommunication network, and mobile technology is going to be very wider in coming future, and it has been continuously going on the surge. So that's why I'm saying that citation is not at all a problem. You should go for it and you'll get a lot more citations and the kind of impactful collaborations in future. Coming to the top journals, because when we say that there are so many different authors and the countries have been actively engaged in the research of radio access networks, then what are some sort of journals which are related to your domain? Then with respect to radio access network, let me tell you the IEEE transactions on wireless communication. IEEE wireless communications means IEEE transactions on wireless communication and IEEE wireless communications. These are two different journals. Okay. Then IEEE transactions on network and service management. In short, we call it TNSM. Then transactions on emerging telecommunications technology. IET communications, then IEEE ACM transactions on networking, IEEE vehicular technology magazine, because vehicular technology or the vehicular networks are also part of mobile networks, and as obviously in coming future the 5G 6G will be a reality, the role of smart transportation will be very much wider in the active development of smart cities. Okay, now coming to the some more details of journals. So mobile networks and applications, a journal of network and systems management, journal of optical communications and networking, etc. So many different journals are available. Means these are some of the examples, and with respect to IEEE, obviously so many different sorts of transactions as well as journals are available. Now obviously transactions are part of journal only, so there is not much difference, but people do consider that transactions are of bit high value, but it is not true in every aspect. Okay, because there are some new transactions which are very new. and they are not equivalent to some of the well-established journals. Now, that's a totally different thing, and I have made some of the related videos about this thing and discussed in my related this series video also, that what is the usual difference of a transaction and journal, and why you should go for once, and what are the different criteria you should look onto. So please go to my other videos, and there you can find the related details. Now coming to the actual focus of this particular videos, that is the radio access networks. So coming to the publishers, because we have already discussed the concept of journals. Now, what are the different publishers? For example, in a particular publisher like IEEE or Springer, you don't find a relevant journal, or if you find and you are unable to publish with that, means your options are exhausted with respect to a particular publisher. Then obviously you should switch to some other publisher. So what are the different publishers? So one is IEEE, obviously. Second is Elsewhere. Third is MDPI, Multidisciplinary Digital Institute. Then the Springer Nature, Hindabi, the Optical Society, Institute of Advanced Engineering and Sciences, Wiley, Taylor and Francis, and some other publications like ACM, etc. Means ACM is also considered very good for computer science people, and the Royal Society, etc. There are so many different publishers. Okay, so you can go for that. Additionally, you should always keep a track of some of the related authors, means or the researchers in your field, because if you are a fresh researcher, then many times you don't know so many things, means what sort of journals or the new transactions have been coming in that particular domain, or which are the new types of topics that you should focus on to. So if you focus on well-established researchers in your field, then obviously you will keep a track of the things easily. Now coming to some of the institutes, because when we are claiming that radio access network has been a prominent domain of research, then obviously what are the some very good institutes which are actively doing their research in this particular domain. So let me tell you. The University of California System, Technical University of Sofia, Southwest University, University of California, Nokia, which is a obviously industrial domain, and then the French National Center for Scientific Research, University of Glasgow, University of Electronic Science and Technology of China, Beijing University of Posts and Telecommunications, etc., are some of the well-known international universities. Additionally, in India also, so many IITs and NITs have been consistently exploring, and almost every institute, I'll say, is performing research in the field of mobile telecommunication system. So if mobile telecommunication research is being going on in almost every institute, then obviously the part of it, means the radio access network also becomes the part of mobile telecommunication. So you can easily start, and you will find the relevant researchers also. Just you need to look or the dig down deeper, so that you could get the relevant authors and the details. Now coming to the things, that if these are the things, then what are some of the related topics or the related papers? So let me tell you that what are some of the most recent related topics or the works in the field of radio access technology. So there is a one work published in 2022, and that is IEEE Communication Surveys and Tutorials paper, which is a very well-known survey and tutorials journal. And this particular journal has an impact factor of 25, which is highest among journals. Okay, so here you can see that a survey on the 5G radio access networks energy efficiency has been discussed in this particular work that is published in IEEE Communication Service and Tutorials. And additionally, the enablement of continuous connectivity services for the blockchain-based technologies for incorporating the 5G multi-bit machine learning orchestration has also been published in Journal of Intelligent and Fuzzy Systems. Then coming to some more works, the resource allocation of fog access networks based on deep reinforcement learning is published in Engineering Reports in 2022. Then the QoS driven resource optimization for intelligent fog radio network is published in IEEE Transactions on Cognitive Communications and Technology 2022. Then the blockchain-based trust management system for 5G network slicing enabled CRAN is published in Sustainable Engineering and Innovations in 2022. So you can see that so many different journals and the articles have been published just in 2022, and it is going on. Means the year is also not completed, so much research is already there, means it's a very actively researched domain, and you can find a lot more different things related to it. In my dedicated series on the research journal info, I will definitely discuss some of the related journals, and I have already discussed the journals related to the domain of radio access networks. So you can go and explore the series on research journal info, and there you will find a lot more telecommunication related journals where you can publish your research. Okay. So I think you have got the basic details related to the domain of radio access network. Additionally, if you think that I have not covered anything important, then please let me know. Additionally, I will try to incorporate the other things also in my next videos by hearing your comments down the video. And that's why I request you to please comment down below. Please criticize the video and do tell me that what are the different sorts of things those are missed in this video, and we can include for our further improved data analysis. Thanks for watching this video. Happy learning.